Hello, friends. It's Dr. John WorldPeace coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico on December the 2nd, 2023. The title of this commentary is Senator Sanders, Warren, Fetterman are refusing to end the Zionist holocaust in Gaza, 23/11/30. This is a political article. Activists wanted a Middle East ceasefire. They got something else from the Democrats. About 2 weeks after Hamas attacked Israel, hundreds of former campaign aides to Bernie Sanders implored him in an open letter to back a ceasefire. He is yet to do so. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat Massachusetts, former aides penned their own letter pressing her on the ceasefire, and protesters gathering outside her home demanding one, and she hadn't gone that far. Former aides to Senator John Fetterman delivered a similar plea for him to back a ceasefire, and he didn't budge from staunch support of Israel. Instead, Fetterman told Politico that pro-Palestinian demonstrators should be protesting Hamas, and they should be demanding that the hostages are back home. Well, friends, we see 3 U.S. senators, liberals, have been bought out by the Zionists. Let me point out that 6 million Jews in America have bought and paid for these senators, along with Joe Biden, and are dictating a whitewash of the undeniable Zionist holocaust in Gaza. Just the latest iteration of Zionist holocaust that has been going on in Palestine since 1948 with the backing of the United States. When the Jews at gunpoint drove 750,000 resident Palestinians out of Palestine and have never looked back, but this time is different. I'm going to put an end to the Zionist holocaust in Gaza and the rest of the Palestinian and the Jews back within the 1967 lines. You can look at my website, ZionistHolocaustinGaza.com. Also take a look at YouTube videos that I've mentioned in this article. In the real time, in this third millennium, now the true message of Jesus begins to clarify. And take a look at this video about the history of Jews in Palestine since 1948. What Winston Churchill thought about the Palestinians and Jews from the book Winston Churchill, His Time, His Crimes by Tariq Ali. Hamas killed 1,200 Jews and took 250 hostages. When the Zionists moved a modern army into Gaza to fight Hamas, men with street clothes and rifles, and have murdered 16,000 Gazans, of which about 6,000 are children. And they've displaced 90% of the Gazan population and deprived them of food, water, power, and medical care. This is a holocaust. This is not a war. Tanks against guys in street clothes with a rifle. And Sanders, Warren, and Fetterman want to send more money and support to the Zionists. What is wrong with this picture? Especially when that money and support is pulled away from the Ukraine. As I've said above, when 6,000 American Jews living in America control the narrative for 335 million Americans, it is because there is Zionist money keeping these senators in office. Sickening traitors to the foundation of America. Israel is an apartheid state now conducting a holocaust in Gaza with no end. There is a real crime against humanity being foisted on the Gazans by the Zionists in real time. Enough is enough. No more money for the Zionists to kill more Gazans and smear more Gazan blood on the American flag. One call from Biden to Netanyahu and this Holocaust is over. But no, Biden, the House, Senate want to send more bullets and bombs to Israel in Gaza. There is a famine in Gaza caused by the Zionists, and Biden wants to send bullets to the Zionists. The Zionist Holocaust has no plan of action except to kill Palestinians in Gaza like they've been doing since 1948 all over Palestine. They daily seem to also be killing Palestinians in the West Bank. The IDF killed a couple of unarmed teenagers in the West Bank yesterday. The Zionists have killed about 2,000 Hamas freedom fighters of about 40,000. And I'm sure these 2,000 have been replaced with that many or more new recruits. What now, Netanyahu? 16,000 Gazans murdered to kill 2,000 Hamas freedom fighters? I guess that comes to about 320,000 Gazans have to die to kill 40,000 Hamas freedom fighters. The Zionists thought they were going to purge all these Gazans out of Gaza and into Egypt. Not going to happen. Gazans are not leaving Gaza. So what now? What's the plan? There is no plan except kill, murder. The Biden-Sanders-Warren Fetterman plan is to send more bullets and bombs to the Jews and reduce the aid to the Ukrainians to make the numbers work. I have a few words for Biden, Sanders, Warren, and Fetterman. Sick. You're promoting a Holocaust, a murderous Holocaust by the Jews on the Palestinians. I don't agree with what the Hamas did, but 1,200 Jews dead, 16,000 Gazans dead, and the war goes on? Nonsense. These supporters of murderous Zion will have their day of reckoning in front of God. If I'm a minority of one, the truth is still the truth. Let those who have eyes see and those who have ears hear Jesus. It's Dr. John WorldPeace JD. Wake up.